Locken 99, first in the live chat, followed by Bernie H. Hi, Donald and everybody. Thanks there, Locken. Big Rays ball cards. Hello, Don and Locken and Bernie. Got a quick question. Was anybody watching in Ethan's live streams today? That was pretty cool. Looks like he's got a nice grand opening there for his baseball card store. That has been awesome today. I've been watching it on and off, taking care of things. Just got back from my wife's doctor appointment and told my wife, okay, I've got to get ready now for my show. Hey, Big Ray. Alright, so Locken was the first one in here at 2:05, 6, and then 7. So right when we hit the first chat with the 2:07, we'll lock in our early 2-minute warning. I see my computer say 2:07. That will give, and Dragon Fan Tim made it in. Boom. And early bird free entry. So let me go up and recap who got in so far. Oh, that's over there in the way there. Get that off of there. Get this up here. Oh wait. Let me do a refresh here. Alright, got that. Do my refresh on my computator here, and let's go back up here. We've got Locken 99 with 2. Let's hold on. I did get that other package from you today, Locken. I did get your 2 hanger boxes. We're going to open that for our for sure opening today. And then if we get 20 or more thumbs up, we'll open up the Top Stadium Club blaster and see what we can pull out of there. So thank you, Jason, for those. Okay. So we got Locken 99, Bernie H gets 2. I crossed out the ones, that means the ones from yesterday have been added on the wheel. Then we got a Big Ray. Big Ray got in with 2. Locken 99, Dragon Fan Tim got in with 2. And that ended our early birds. So that, see, it makes it a lot simpler now. I got my little handy dandy little sheet here with the main ones that come in. If somebody new pops in, I'll just add them on to the bottom down here. So who else we got in here since the 2-minute warning? Bernie H, hey Dragon Fam, hello. Bernie, hello. God is Great's in the house. How you doing? God is Great. God is Great made it in at the 2:07 stamp. Bernie H, God is Great. Let me get God is Great in here. Who else made it in at 2:07? Big Ray, Bernie H. Zach, you just missed it. Sorry about that. Then we got Dragon Mariners are beating the pot. Yeah, I seen that update for their first spring training game. They're beating the Padres 3-0. Don, Big Ray, Bernie, Zach, and Big Ray Titus. Boom. Appreciate everybody being here today. We are doing our Hall of Fame Friday for sure. Charlie GEHRINGER is our Hall of Fame person for today. So that one's waiting to be paid. I did make another sale while I was out and about. It's It's nice when you don't have to be at the house when you make sales on eBay and stuff. You just get that little ching on my little phone saying you made a sale. So every time I make a sale, I get it on my phone and it rings up like a cash register. Kind of like in Ethan's store today. He's having a bang up day. I'm happy for him. I think he's gone for another hour. I think about 3 o'clock our time he'll be done for today, and he'll probably be exhausted by the time his first day opening the card shop. And I'm sure he had a good success. I know that plenty of people were going in and out of his store for sure. So other than that, we're going to get going with our content at hand today. Again, episode 105, Hall of Fame Friday, Charlie Gehringer. And then we do have a trivia. We hopefully will have a 2022 Top Stadium Club blaster box if we get 20 likes, but if not, we still will be opening up the 2023 Topps Series 1 hanger box. I inhaled some lunch before I came up, but other than that, we're doing well. So, without further ado, let's us get into Charlie Gehringer for our Hall of Fame Friday. Anybody know his primary team he played for? In case anybody didn't know, the Detroit Tigers. The Detroit Tigers. Actually, he played his whole career for the Detroit Tigers. Yes. There you go, Jason. All right. So, Charlie Gehringer. Charles Leonard Gehringer was born May 11, 1903. Passed away January 21st, 1993, nicknamed the Mechanical Man. He was an American professional baseball second baseman, coach, general manager, and team vice president who played in Major League Baseball for the Detroit Tigers for 19 seasons, from 1924 to 1942, and he was then elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1949. I am sorry, but I've got some smudges on my glasses, so let me take care of these smudges so I'm not staring at dust particles and yuckiness through this whole stream. Sorry about that. That's how sometimes I rush, and I did put in the description, in case you're wondering what's going on here, I did put in the description that oh, come on, why is this not? Here, let me turn off the captioning. Let me get this computer way caught up to the live here. Okay, I think that stream is now caught up. Alright, bear with me here as I get my bearings and get things all focused and straightened out here. Okay, like that Dagger fan Tim says, he was the best second baseman on Detroit before Lou Whitaker. There you go. Alright, so as far as an overview, he was widely regarded as one of the greatest second basemen of all time. Gehringer compiled a .320 batting average and had 7 seasons with more than 200 hits. The left-handed hitting, right-handed throwing star was the American League batting champion in 1937 with a .371 average, and was also named the American League's most valuable player. He was among the top 10 vote recipients in the most valuable player voting for 7 straight years, from 1932 to 1938. He was the starting second baseman and played every inning of the first 6 All-Star games. Gehringer was the only one to play every inning of the first 6 MLB All-Star games and batted .500. didn't strike out and didn't make an error. In 81 at-bats in 3 World Series, he struck out once. Perhaps the greatest two-way player of all time, Gehringer was the first MLB middle infielder to turn 100 double plays in 6 seasons, and still the only middle, if ever, to handle 900 chances in as many as 6 seasons. Only 4 players in MLB history have more seasons of 200 runs and runs plus RBIs plus home runs than Gehringer, and only 3 did it more times consecutively. He is the only player since 1900 to accomplish all of the following in more than 2 seasons, and he did 4 times. He played at least 150 games, at least had a 300 batting average, at least 400 OB on base percentage, and at least a 500 slugging, and struck out fewer than 20 times. Gehringer is the only player since 1900 to finish among the top 10 in the league, both in offensive and defensive WAR, as many as 6 consecutive seasons. In the 1930s, Babe Ruth called Gehringer the greatest player in the game, and Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, and Mel Ott were all in their prime. Gehringer had career totals of 2,839 hits and 574 doubles. He was among the team's stars leading the Tigers to 3 American League pennants in 1934, 35, and 40, and 1 World Series championship in 1935. Gehringer hit .379 in the 1934 World Series and .375 in the 1935 series. Gehringer had good plate discipline. He was tough to strike out, whiffing just 372 times in 8,860 at-bats, or once every 23.8 at-bats. He also had a very good walk-to-strikeout ratio, drawing 1,186 bases on balls against 732 strikeouts, for a 13.9 to 1 walk-to-strikeout ratio. Gehring was also one of the best fielding second basemen in history, having led all American League second basemen in fielding percentage and assists 7 times. His 7,068 assists is the second highest total in Major League history for second baseman. He also collected 5,369 putouts as a second baseman, the 6th highest total for a second baseman, and 1,444 double plays, the 7th highest in total for second baseman. He recorded a career .976 fielding percentage. Known for his consistency as hitter and fielder, Gehringer was given the nickname the Mechanical Man by Yankee pitcher Lefty Gomez. Teammate Doc Kramer quipped, "You wind him up opening day and forget him." A durable player, Gehringer had 2 consecutive game streaks of more than 500 games, one from 1927 to 23, and the other from 1931 to 35. As far as his career statistics, he played in 2,323 games, 8,860 at-bats, 1,774 runs, 2,389 hits, 574 doubles, 146 triples, 184 home runs, 1,427 RBIs, he had an on-base batting average of .320, OBP of .404, a slugging percentage of .480, total bases 4,257, and fielding percentage of .976. far as his early years from 1903 to 1926. Howard Crumbly is coming to the 100-acre farm today under the ground. Bah. Hey Zach, is that a cicada reference, Bipster? Sounds like that, right? No new nightly stories each night. Big Ray's very scary. Hey Ray, hey Center Hill, hey Big Ray, hey Don. Red Rum, murders here. I always seen that, caught that. First time I ever saw your channel there. Red Rum, Red Rum. It's murder spelled backwards. But very interesting for that channel name, that's for sure there, Red Rum. Alright, as far as his early years now. Gehringer was born on May 11th, 1903 on a rented farm in Iosco Township, southeast of Fowlerville, Michigan, in southwestern Livingston County, Michigan. He was the second son of Leonard Gehringer and Teresa Hahn. Elsie Gehringer, both German Catholic immigrants. Both his parents had been married previously. Charlie had 8 half-siblings from Leonard's first marriage and a half-sister from his mother's first marriage. As a young boy, the family moved to a different rented farm just south of Fowlerville in Handy Township, Michigan. In 1922, after graduating from Fowlerville High School, he enrolled at the University of Michigan, about 30 miles from the family farm. Gehringer took physical education classes and played basketball and baseball. Gehringer later recalled that he lettered in basketball but not baseball. In the fall of 1923, his first year at the University of Michigan, Gehringer was discovered by the Detroit Tigers left fielder Bobby Veach. Veach heard about Gehringer and brought him down to Navin Field to work for a week and show the Tigers what he could do. Player manager Ty Cobb was reportedly so impressed with Gehringer that he asked the club owner Frank Navin to sign Gehringer to a contract on the spot. I knew Charlie would hit, and he was so anxious to sign him that I didn't even take the time to change out my uniform before rushing him into the front office to sign a contract. And that was a quote by Ty Cobb. In 1924, Gehringer played with the London Timesh in the Class B Michigan-Ontario League. He was called up briefly at the end of September and played 5 games for the Tigers, batting .462 and 13 at-bats. Nevertheless, the 21-year-old Gehringer returned to the minor leagues, where he played in 1925 for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the International League, and 8 games with the Tigers. Gehringer's first full season in the big leagues was 1926, which was also Ty Cobb's last season as the Tigers player-manager. At first, Gehringer recalled that Cobb was like a father to him. Gehringer's father had died in 1924. Cobb even made Gehringer use his own bat. According to Gehringer, Cobb's bat was a thin little thing, and though Gehringer would have preferred a bigger bat, I don't dare use another one. Gehringer hit .277 in his first full season and collected 17 triples, 17 triples, was second best in the American League. Cobb and Gehringer subsequently had a falling out, and Gehringer later described Cobb as a real hateful guy. Al Stump Cobb, The Life and Times of the Meanest Man Who Ever Played Baseball, 1994. Playing for the small ball-oriented Cobb, who had been baseball's greatest player during the dead ball era, Babe Ruth revolutionized offense with his home runs. Gehringer also had a career-high 27 sacrifice hits in 1926. 6 Tigers from the Cobb era, Donnie Bush, Cobb, Harry Hillman, Bobby Veach, Sam Crawford, and Ozzie Vitt, ranked in the top 50 all-time sacrifice hits. After Cobb's departure, Gehringer never again came close to the 27 sacrifice hits. Gehringer becomes a star in 1927 to 1933. In 1927, the Tigers had a new manager, George Moriarty, and a lineup full of great hitters, including Henry Minush, Harry Hillman, Lou Blue, and Bob Fothergill. In the 1927 season was also the beginning of Gehringer's many seasons as a reliable 300 hitter. In 1927, he hit .317 and scored 110 runs, 4th best in the American League. He also led the American League baseman with 438 assists and 84 doubles. In 1928, he played all 154 games for the Tigers, hit .320, collected 193 hits, 5th best in the league, scored 108 runs, 5th best in the league, and had 507 assists, best in the league for a second baseman. At the end of the 1928 season, Gehringer placed 19th in the voting for the American League's most valuable player. Hey, Brother Don, there we go. Hey, Fralin, thank you very much for being here, brother. Fralin. There you go, brother. Guru, here's Johnny. Hey, Brother Fralin. Red Drum went to the hotel in Colorado only to find out it wasn't filmed there, but Dumb and Dumber did the bar scene. Cool place. Kinda creepy. Dearman here? I don't see Dearman. Oh yeah, Dearman. Hey, Big Ray. Dearman got in here at 2:20. He missed the early bird special too. Center Hill Cards. Went to Tootsie's in Panama City, but Dustin Hoffman wasn't there either. There's a Tootsie in Nashville. The same guy that owns it, Fish Lips, which is in my town, and country artist plays there along with Kid Rock and has shown up also. Awesome. That's neat. Oh, sorry, I got an itch now. There we go. Gehringer's steady improvement as a hitter continued in 1929 as he hit .339 with an on-base percentage of .405, a slugging percentage of .532, and 106 RBIs. He also led the American League. Oh, by the way, we got 13 thumbs up. Keep going. Shooting for 20, and then we'll not only open the hanger box, but we'll get to the blaster box. But we still got time for that one. We need 7 more thummies up. Thummies up for me. All right. Percentage is a .405, a slugging percentage of .532, and 106. Oh, I finished that already. Gehringer's consecutive game streak continued as he played in every game of the 1928, 29, and 30 seasons. In 1930, he hit .330 with a .404 on-base percentage and a .534 slugging percentage, 9th best in the American League. He also scored 144 runs, 3rd best in the league, and collected 201 hits, 78 extra base hits, 47 doubles, 3rd in the league, 15 triples, 5th in the league, and stole 19 bases, 2nd in the league. Each year from 1926 to 1930, Gehringer improved his statistics in the 3 Triple Crown categories: batting average, home runs, and RBI. The only other player to do that for 5 years running is Rogers Hornsby. In relative terms, 1931 was an off year for Gehringer. His consecutive game streak ended as he played 101 games. He also fell below the 300 mark, batting .298. The only time between 26 and 41, Gehringer still had a fine year by most standards and ended up number 17 in the 1931 league MVP voting. In 1932, Gehringer was back at full strength, playing 152 games, hitting .325 with 112 runs, 107 RBIs, and 44 doubles, second best in the league. Not generally known as a power hitter, Gehringer hit 19 home runs in 1932, seventh best in the American League. At the end of the year, Gehringer was ninth in the league's MVP voting. In 1933, the Mechanical War continued to his string of constant seasons, playing in 155 games, batting .330, fifth best in the American League, and collecting 204 hits, second in the league, 42 doubles, fourth in the league, 105 RBIs, and a career 542 assists, best in the league for second baseman. Gehringer was once again among the top vote recipients in the 1933 MVP voting, this time placing sixth. A quiet man, Gehringer had a reputation as quiet and unassuming. Player manager Mickey Cochran joked that Charlie says hello on opening day and goodbye on closing day, and in between hits 350. Gehringer acknowledged his quiet demeanor. I wasn't a rattler-rouser. I wasn't a big noisemaker in the infield, which a lot of managers think you've got to be, or you're not showing. But I don't think it contributes much. Gehringer also had a sense of humor about his reputation. At a civic banquet in honor of Gehringer's entire speech consisted of the following: I'm known around baseball as saying very little, and I'm not going to spoil my reputation. When asked why he signed his name Chaz Gehringer, he responded, why use 7 letters when only 4 will do? Or another occasion, when asked about his closed-lip reputation, he responded, not true. If somebody asked me a question, I would answer them. If they said, pass the salt, I would pass the salt. His unassuming nature is also reflected in the reaction to a Charlie Gehringer Day held by the Tigers in 1929. Fans from Gehringer's hometown and throughout Detroit filled the stands for a 17-3 win over the Yankees. Gehringer handled 10 chances at second base, had 4 hits, including a home run, and stole home. In a ceremony, the people of Fowlerville presented Gehringer with a set of golf clubs. Though the clubs were right-handed, Gehringer was left-handed. Gehringer learned to golf right-handed rather than trade for a left-handed set of clubs. Back to the pennants in 1934 and 1935. Get a sip of water quick, catch up on the chat. Oh yes, Lachlan is awesome. He's always helping me and helping provide content for the channel. He is such a blessing, that's for sure. Oh, so he put my link to the channel in Ethan's. That's good, that's good. I'm a big supporter of Ethan's channel and have been since when he first started his channel memberships. I've been a channel member for, I think it's over 3 years now. Alright, at Center Hill Cards, when I was there, Jamie Johnson came in and Blake Shelton sang a song. I probably won't get any entries today since I have a customer dropping off a deposit for a cornhole set she wants me to make. I am in a League of Her Own's live break 1,000 subjoined giveaway celebrate. Oh, that is cool there, Center Hill. So if you have to end up taking off, that's fine, I understand. But I appreciate you being here supporting the channel. Appreciate you, brother. Alright, so back to school independent again. In 1934, Gehringer had the best year to date, playing all 154 games, leading the Tigers to the American League pennant 25 years. His .356 batting average and .450 on-base percentage were both second best in the league, and he led the league in runs scored with 134 hits with 214. He was also among the league leaders in doubles with 42, second best in the year, and RBI with a career high 127, fifth best in the year. Gehringer finished second in the American League MVP voting, just 2 points behind the Detroit's player-manager Mickey Cochrane. The Detroit infield in the mid-30s was one of the best hitting combinations in Major League history, with Hank Greenberg at first, Gehringer at second, Billy Rogel at shortstop, and Marv Owen at third. And the 1934 Tigers infield collected 769 hits, 214 by Gehringer, 200 by Greenberg, and 179 by Owen, and 175 by Rogel. 462 RBIs, 139 by Greenberg, 127 by Gehringer, 100 by Rogel, and 96 by Owen, and 179 doubles, 63 by Greenberg, 50 by Gehringer, 34 by Owen, and 32 by Rogel. Three members of the 1934 Tigers infield, Gehringer, Owen, and Rogel, played in all 154 games, and the fourth, Greenberg, played in 153. Gehringer's 127 RBIs in 1934 is all the more remarkable given the fact that he played in the same lineup with one of the greatest RBI men of all time, Hank Greenberg. Gehringer later recalled that Greenberg would tell him, "Just get the runner over to third," so Hank could drive them in. Gehringer noted that Hank loved those RBIs, to the point that Gehringer once kidded Greenberg, "You'd trip a runner coming around third base just so you could knock him in yourself." The 1934 World Series was a matchup between St. Louis and Gashouse Gang and Detroit's G-Men, so named because of stars Gehringer, Hank Greenberg, and Goose Goslin. Even 50 years later, Gehringer interviewed in 1982, and the Tigers were robbed of the 1934 championship by umpire Brick Owens. Detroit was ahead 3-2. In Gehringer's view, we should have won the sixth game. Late in the game, Brick Owens called Mickey Cochrane out on a play at third base, even though all the photographs show that he was safe by a mile. Gehringer insisted that if Cochrane had been called, we would have had the bases loaded with nobody out, and we could have had a big inning. The Tigers wound up losing the game 6 by 1 run. They then lost Game 7 in an 11-0 shutout thrown by Dizzy Dean. Despite a 2-for-4 games for Gehringer, Gehringer can't be faulted for the World Series loss, as he played all 7 games, batting .379 with an on-base percentage of .436 and a .517 slugging percentage. In 1935, Gehringer and the Tigers won a World Series, beating the Chicago Cubs 4-2. It was the Tigers' first ever World Series win after falling in the Fall Classic in 4 previous appearances. For the year, Gehringer hit .330 with a .409 on-base percentage and a .502 slugging percentage, collecting 201 hits, 123 runs, 108 RBIs, and 19 home runs. Once again, Gehringer was among the top vote-getters in the MVP race, again losing to one of his own teammates, Hank Greenberg. Gehringer also continued his consistent hitting into the 1935 World Series, where he played all 6 games and hit .375 with a .423 on-base percentage and a .500 slugging percentage and 4 RBIs. Right? Nobody new in the chat. We're up to we got 13 thumbs up still. Pop over here real quick. 11 people watching. And 13 thumbs up. That's pretty good odds so far. We'll see if as we progress we continue to grow. 1934 Tour of Japan. After the 1934 season, Gehringer was part of the Major League All-Stars Tour of Japan. The American team included Gehringer, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Jimmy Fox. They played 18 games against the Japanese All-Star team. The American team won all 18 games by a combined score of 189 to 39. But on November 20th, 1934, 17-year-old Eija Suwamura pitched 7 shutout innings and had consecutive strikeouts of Gehringer, Ruth, Gehrig, and Fox. Gehringer recalled that during batting practice, the Japanese fans would fill the 60,000-seat ballpark for every game. Anthony Connor voices from Cooperstown, page 240. Life in the off-season. During the off-season, Gehringer worked as a sales clerk at the downtown Detroit Hudsons. He also spent many years barnstorming with other major league players. One year, he traveled with a young touring group from the Negro Leagues, including Satchel Paige, Buck Leonard, Judy Johnson, and Mule Suttles. Gehringer recalled that trying to hit Page's fastball and hesitation pitch was no fun. Page said that Gehringer was the best white hitter he ever pitched against. Guru in Wahoo says here, viewers count as work for me all day. Still says one waiting. Oh my word! Oh, that's weird. Boom Slang is in the house. Boom Slang, yo! Hey, Boom Slang, yo! I don't know who Bradley is, but he just hit a walk-off homer for the Royals. Oh, there you go. So he must be a new. That's the one thing I like about spring training games. I record all mine, so I get to watch them. I'll watch them later when I have time and stuff. But yeah, and sometimes Root Sports, they'll replay the game again after they played it when people they know they're home and stuff from work in the afternoon, because they always play noontime or so down in Arizona. So, but yeah, they'll always replay the game tonight, so I'll watch today's game. But it looks like Seattle was ahead of San Diego 3-0 earlier in the game here. We'll see how it ends up. I like to see the new players that they bring in for spring training to see how they're going to do. But MVP award and batting crown. Oh, you haven't signed? Yeah, sometimes they don't sign them. They bring them in and let them just play some with the teams during spring training. Jackie Bradley, maybe. Okay. Although the 1936 Tigers finished in second place, 19.5 games behind the Yankees, the 33-year-old Gehringer may have had his best season. He led the American League in assists, double plays, and fielding percentage by a second baseman, and had career bests in hits. 227 slugging percentage, 555 runs, 144 extra base hits, 87 total bases, 356, and runs created, 152. He also had a career low 13 strikeouts in 641 at-bats during his 1936 season. That equates to a strikeout every 49.3 times at bat. He finished 4th in the MVP voting, as Lou Gehrig became the only non-Tiger to win the MVP award from 1934 to 1937. Gehringer finally secured his own American League Most Valuable Player trophy and batting crown in 1937. Gehringer won the batting championship with a career-high .371 batting average and placed second in on-base percentage with another career high 458. The 1937 season also saw Gehringer collect 209 hits, his seventh 200-hit season, and score 133 runs, one of 12 100-plus run seasons. In 1938, Gehringer had another solid year, batting .306 with a .425 on-base percentage, sixth best in the American League, 133 runs, third best in the league, and career highs in bases on balls with 113th, fourth best in the league, and home runs with 20. Gehringer finished 10th in the MVP voting in 1938. Rogel and Gehringer. Gehringer played over 1,000 games with Billy Rogel as his double-play partner at shortstop, making them one of the longest tenured double-play combinations in the history of the game. The two twice led the league in double plays. Another Tiger duo, and Alan Trammell holds the major league record with 1,918 games played as a double play combination. Rogel's fiery demeanor was a stark contrast to the calm, quiet demeanor of Gehringer. On one occasion, after both failed to cover second on a steal attempt, player-manager Mickey Cochran charged out from behind the plate, shouting at Rogel and Gehringer. As reported, the new Bill James Historical Baseball Abstract 2001. Rogel, astonished, looked at Gehringer to see if he was going to say anything. Gehringer, of course, had nothing to say. Damn you, yelled Rogel. Don't you come charging out here telling me how to play shortstop. You go back there and do the catching, and I'll play shortstop. If I'm not good enough, you can find someone else. Cochran went back to his own position. Final years and the Hall of Fame. Although he missed a number of games in 1939 and 40 seasons, he continued to hit above 300, batting .325 in 1939, .313 in 1940. The 1940 season also saw the Tigers return to the World Series after 4 straight years of dominance by the Yankees. Gehringer finished 14th in the MVP voting in 1939, but dropped to 23rd in 1940. Gehringer hit .214 in 28 at-bats in a long losing effort in the 1940 World Series against the Cincinnati Reds. Pop in the chat real quick here. This is Tucker Bradley, 24-year-old outfielder. First time I have heard of him. Played at Georgia. Donald for 2024. Did you see they're releasing a top set that is all photographs that Randy Johnson took? Oh, that would not surprise me. Randy Johnson was an awesome photographer from what I hear. Topps is releasing a set. Oh, top set. I'll have to check out the top site. That'd be an interesting look for sure. Boom slang, Big Ray John, go Dogs. All right, 1941, Gehringer's 17 seasons began to catch up with him. His batting average dropped almost 100 points to .220. But with 95 walks, fifth best in the American League, his on-base percentage remained high at .363. In 1942, Gehringer lost his starting second baseman's job to a young Billy Hitchcock. Gehringer played only 3 games at second base in 1942, finding himself relegated to pinch hitting role. He hit .267 in 45 at-bats with a .365 on-base percentage in his final year. Gehringer enlisted in the U.S. Navy after the 1942 season. He served 3 years and was released in 1945. Gehringer considered making a comeback at 41. I came out of the service in such good shape that I felt I could have played a few years. Instead, Gehringer went into business selling fabric to auto manufacturers. In 1949, Gehringer was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. By the baseball writers, Gehringer received 159 votes on 187 ballots, 85.303% of the ballots. As far as his family, Gehringer's father died in 1924, though he only played 5 games as a Tiger in his rookie season of 1924. Gehringer moved his diabetic mother from the family farm outside Fowlerville, Michigan, to Detroit that year so there would be someone to look after her. Gehringer noted that his mother was a great fan who would either come out to the ballpark to watch him play or listen to Harry Hillman's radio broadcasts on the porch. Gehringer married Josephine Stillen in 1949 after his mother's death. Then 46, Gehringer speculated that he might have married earlier, but I couldn't see bringing a wife into that kind of situation. He skipped his induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame on June 13, 1949, because he did not want to interfere with his wedding 5 days later. The couple remained married until Gehringer's death more than 4 decades later. Retired Hall of Fame pitcher John Schmaltz was a cousin of Gehringer. Schmaltz stated, "My grandmother was a Gehringer during the Detroit Tigers versus the New York Yankees game broadcast on June 11, 2016, and added, I got a chance to play golf with him when I think he was 81 years old and he might have shot his age." Life after baseball. In 1950, the Tigers owner Walter Briggs asked Gehringer to be the team's general manager. He agreed to do so. Gehringer later described the job as a nightmare. As he put it, he had a lousy ball club, and I'd been away from baseball at that time for 10 years. I didn't know who was and who wasn't. After serving as the Tigers' general manager from 1951 to 1953, Gehringer was given the title of Tigers vice president in the mid-50s. He went back to his business selling fabric to the automobile companies, continuing with the company until 1974 when he sold his interest in the business. Gehringer also served as member of the Baseball Hall of Fame's Committee on Baseball Veterans from 1953 to 1990, I'm sorry. What's this say? Go Gators and Astros. Chuck Dupree, Donald, Chuck, Big Ray. That's how Wahoo told me he's pulling for his home team, Atlanta Braves, and the Georgia Bulldogs. Is Bipster back with the Braves again now? I think he was done Houston just last year because he knew they were going to win the World Series. That's why he pulled for Houston. That's my philosophy. Back in 2 and 2. Schmaltz was drafted by the Tigers. Hey again, Chuck. Hey, Chuck. Refresh the chat real quick here, and we'll finish off Gehringer's biography here. At a 1983 ceremony in Tiger Stadium, the Tigers retired uniform numbers 2 and 5 worn for many years by teammates Gehringer and Hank Greenberg, respectively. Both players attended the ceremony. At age 82, Gehringer served as the American League honorary captain of the 1986 Major League Baseball All-Star Game at the Houston Astrodome in Houston, Texas. Gehringer died in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan on January 21st, 1993 at the age of 89. In 1999, he ranked number 46 on the Sporting News list of the 100 greatest baseball players and was nominated as finalist for the Major League Baseball All-Century team. Also in 1999, Sports Illustrated published a list of the 50 greatest sports figures from Michigan in all sports, ranked Gehringer third on the list behind Joe Louis and Magic Johnson. In 2013, the Bob Feller Act of Valor Award honored Gehringer as one of the 37 Baseball Hall of Fame members for his service in the United States Navy during World War II. So there you have it, the long and short of it. Now we'll do a recap of Charlie Gehringer. Second baseman, born May 11, 1903, Fowlerville, Michigan, United States. Died January 21st, 1993, age of 89. Batted left through right. MLB debut was September 22nd, 1924 for the Detroit Tigers. Last MLB appearance was September 27th, 1942 for the Detroit Tigers. MLB statistics for his career: .320 batting average, 2,839 hits, 184 home runs, and 1,427 runs batted in. Again, his team he played for his entire career, the Detroit Tigers, 1924 to 1942. Career highlights and awards: 6 times All-Star 1933 through 38, World Series champion in 1935, American League MVP 1937, American League batting champion 1937, American League stolen base leader 1929, and Detroit Tigers number 2 retired. Member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame, inducted in 1949 with 85.03% on his 5th ballot. So in his 5th time up for induction into the Hall of Fame, he finally got enough votes. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Charlie Gehringer. Of course, we've got his, let me just move this forward here for now. We'll get this out of the way for the rest of the stream. So we do have Charlie Gehringer here. Oh, wait, let me change my screen here so I can get the live feed now. Charles L. Gehringer is our Hall of Famer, and I have 2 cards only today with Charlie Gehringer. We probably got more. I got to get around to sorting the rest. I got like, I think 3 5,000 count boxes I got to get sorted into my Hall of Fame boxes, plus some that are sitting in the side of one of my Hall of Fame sorted cards already. A 10 and 2 card signed from Doyle Brunson. So this is a Cooperstown 1949 induction card, second base for Detroit, from the 2013 Cooperstown set that I have a complete set of. And then this other one is the 2000, I'm pretty sure this is, now I'm dropping everything. Pretty sure this is the 2012, yeah, this is the 2012 Panini set for this one here, Charlie Gehringer. This one kind of like has the wood grain look to the front. This one's just the gold color, like shield type style. Cards number 49 and 46 respectively. 49, 46. So that is my Hall of Fame Friday video. Next week, I'll give you a heads up. Next week, after Gehringer, comes Bob Gibson. Oh, Bob Gibson will be a fun one. I think I might try and see if I can find my other cards for Bob Gibson that I have to share those. But Bob Gibson will be our next Hall of Famer for next week. Let me set this over there out of the way. There we go. Alright. So, it is now trivia time first. Trivia time first. So we're going to do our trivia time. It's right here. So limber up your trivia brain cells. Limber up your trivia brain cells, and I'll tell you when to start, okay? The Beast Bob Gibson. So many records. And first, traded for with Doyle Alexander. Oh, Mr. Wooly Bipster. Da, 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 da. Best trade in Braves history. Doyle Anderson for John Smoltz. Like to get a 10 and 2. God is great. Center Hill cards. Zach Sports cards. Gibson. So many. Guru says he's back. Time for trivia, Guru. I don't think I need to put the timer for the trivia. So this one is entitled Famous Firsts. Famous Firsts. I'm just going to put in I will tell you when to start in the chat when I want you to start plugging your answers up there, okay? So, famous firsts. Name the first black pitcher in the major leagues to hurl a no. Wait a minute. Nope, that was yesterday's. I guess I should get this one off of here. We already finished that one yesterday. Yeah, it was Sam Jones. We did that one yesterday. Well, that's right. We do true trivias today. This is Friday, and then we do the weekend version. And then next Tuesday, we'll do the Monday and Tuesday version. I keep forgetting that sometimes. So, baseball by the numbers. Baseball by the numbers. Oh, this is going to be a 5-pointer. This is going to be a 5-pointer because you got to put them in order. So it says rank the following pitchers by career strikeout to walk ratio. Okay, so this is going to be a fun one. So you might want to get a piece of paper out and put some notes down here before we tell you to give the answers so you can think this one through. Might be a guess unless you know the stats. So baseball by the numbers. It says rank the following and no answers in there, for crying out loud. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, but that's okay. That's why I'm going to give whoever wins and gets the right correct order. I'll let everybody get one guess first, and then after that, if nobody's guessed it, I'll allow you to play the multiple jumbling around of the 6 letters. So it's going to be, was it A, Corey Kluber, B, Chris Sale, C, Josh Tomlin, D, Jacob deGrom, E, Tommy Bond, or F, Masahiro Tanaka? Okay, so rank the following pitchers by career strikeout to walk ratio. So it's going to be the one with the best first, and then going down the line, A through E. So again, one more time, I'll give you the answers so you'll have time to think about it before I start the timer. Rank the following pitchers by career strikeout to walk ratio. A, and all you have to do is put in your answers, put the order of the A, B, C, D, E, and F. That way you don't have to type out all their names. Alright, so A, Corey Kluber, B, Chris Sale, C, Josh Tomlin, D, Jacob deGrom, E, Tommy Bond, or F, Masahiro Tanaka. Start guessing now. Sorry, I gotta take a peek so I get my right sequence down here. I'm going to just put my letters in here so I know how to. Okay, let me start looking at the answers, see if anybody got it right on your first guess. Again, we might open it up, but just one guess per person first. Why do you got to do it that way, Dragon Fan Tim? Let me check real quick. Oh, let's see. Oh, the way he's got it. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to just read this here. Let's see if This Dragon Fan did let's see. Dragon Fan's guess was okay. Dragon Fan Tim, your guess was not correct. But now I can at least see that. Most everybody's doing the letters, so how long have we been gone now? 2 minutes. Big Ray's about the closest. But you have Backer Bed. I like that Zach Sports card. FCA Bed. FCA Bet. Nope, that's not it. But Big Ray's Ball Cards is the closest. You are 2 letters are in the wrong order. So if everybody looks at Big Ray's, he's the closest. He's within 2 letters of having the correct answer, and nobody else is close. That's the only clues I'm going to give. Guru, you've got it right. Guru and Wahoo the Turtle. Let me just double check and make sure nobody had it earlier. It's BDECFA. That's why Big Ray had it close. He had BDEC. Where's Big Ray's at? Big Ray had 2 letters off. On the top there, he had BDECAF when it was FA. And that's why Guru got it right with BDECAF. B, December abbreviated FA. BDECFA. According to Baseball Reference, huh? Well, I'm going to read the stats off, and if you've got your stats handy there, I'm going to read the answers for you. And again, you know, we need to be fun and friendly about the whole thing. I got to go with what I have on my calendar here. But I will read off the answers for those letters for that order, and that's what I see for the stats that they have listed here. So these are the all-time rankings. And now remember, you can't go by Baseball Reference. This only goes back. It starts from 2021 and back. So anything, say, from last year may not count in the mixer. It may have changed some stats. I don't know if any of these are still. I think some of these might still be active players. Like I think Jacob deGrom, Chris Sale, probably Masahiro Tanaka. I think he's still. So these figures, and I've said that many times through this. I could throw a disclaimer out there. This calendar is using stats from 2021 or older. Okay. So these are the all-time career rankings. The first one is B with 5.33 strikeouts per walk. D, 5.10 strikeouts per walk. E, 5.04 strikeouts per walk. C, 4.81 strikeouts per walk. F, 4.76 strikeouts per walk. And then A, 4.74 strikeouts per walk. Oh, there you go. And Tanaka's back in Japan, so he wouldn't count in any of the newer stats. I don't know when Tanaka went back to Japan. But it looks like, from what I can tell on my computer, that Guru got it right with D, B, E, C, A, F. Okay. I'll do that, David. I'll give them to Dragon Fan, if that's what you want to do. Alright, so I'll give the 5 entries to Dragon Fan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, Dragon Fan. Guru gave you his. Yeah, and usually they update the baseball reference. The baseball reference is usually updated every time there's changes. So they update. So you can. That's an online database that's there, and it's probably good through all of last year's statistics. So that, again, baseball statistics change all the time. That's fine, but I don't know where they get their stats for this. But we're going by what's on my calendar here for future reference. So baseball reference, if you can go into baseball reference and just search for a statistic, and let's say search for a statistic from 2021 or older, then it would most likely, I'm sure they must have got these from somewhere like that. I don't know how they would have gotten all these trivia questions for this just with not researching something. But that's cool. Which last comment there, Guru? 2 of the 5. Donald, give Dragon Fan 2 of my entries, please. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll do that. Let me adjust things here. So I've got that adjusted and in the books now. All good, thanks. What can I say? I go by what? I'm not going to research every one of these trivia questions that they have here to see if it's true. Oh, and I know what I forgot to do. Forgot to go over our birthdays for today, and then we're going to go into our next trivia. But our baseball birthdays for today, Friday, February 24th, is Honus Wagner, Eddie Murray, Mike Lau, and Bronson Arroyo. Bronson Arroyo. Okay. Okay. Let me look at this real quick. Okay. was like, wait a second here. Okay. So, our Saturday birthdays for tomorrow, February 25th, are Monty Irvin, Ron Santo, Andy Pafko, and Cesar Cedeno. And our Sunday birthdays for February the 26th are Pete Alexander, Preacher Rowe, Kelly Gruber, and Johnny Blanchard. Alright, there's only one answer for this one, so it's going to be whoever guesses it correct first will get 2 entries. 2 free trivia entries, okay? Or 2 free entries into the February giveaway. Okay? So it's the title of this trivia is World Series, and the question is, how many times has the World Series been played in only one park? Was it A, 1, B, 2, C, 4, or D, 5? How many times has the World Series been played in only one park? A, 1, B, 2, and C, 4, or D, 5? I didn't even tell you to start yet. I should disqualify all those, but that's okay. So Boomslang guessed 4, and that was correct. C, letter C, 4 times. So there's 4 is the correct answer, and it says that's the correct answer, and the letter is C, of course. Okay, so letter C is 4, and Boomslang guessed 4, so you get the entries, and I'll read off the answers here. It says, in 1921 and 22, the Yankees and Giants played the series at the Polo Grounds, home to both teams until 1923, when the Yankees moved to Yankee Stadium. The Giants won 5 games to 3 in 1921 and took the 1922 World Series to 4 games to none with 1 tie. 1944 affair between the Cardinals and Browns played in Sportsman Park in St. Louis, both home to both, ahead 2 games to 1. The Browns lost in 6. In 2020, the Rays lost to the Dodgers 4 games to 2 at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, home of the Rangers. They were forced to play at a single neutral stadium due to COVID-19 pandemic. Hopefully they don't strike me for saying that. But how many times has the World Series been played in only one park? 4 times. There we go. And Boomslang got the answer on that one. Congratulations there, Boomslang. All right. Boom got 2. Okay. H. Just making a mark of the ones that were here for the early bird entries for the bonus at the end of the stream. Did that make any sense to anybody? That's what I gotta do, is move that back up here. Move my bell ringer up the top here, so that way I can move this guy over here a little. Baseball trivia. So we're set for Monday and Tuesday for next week now. So I'm going to set this aside. 16, we're 4 thumbs up away from opening up the blaster box. But I'm going to set this right over here, just on the edge, out of the way. We will open this one for sure, because this is what I decided at the last minute. These came in the mail today from Locken, 2 hanger boxes. And I've been anxious. I don't think I've opened up any of the 2023 product myself yet. I think if I remember right, these might be about the same size as I might use hanger boxes too for Fairfield boxes if I run out. Because there's usually 2 spots in here, if I remember right. Then I gotta go film a 20-minute premiere back in 20 minutes. Okay there, David. If we end up opening up the blaster box, we might be still alive, because I don't think it'll take too long to go through the hanger box. It's storming there in Georgia, huh? What's over here? I keep moving it back out of the way when we're not done. But this is cool. 2023 with J-Rod on the cover. I like that. J-Rod's the hot dude now. Yeah, see this? There's a hanger box. Hanger box, you can fit. Yeah, you can fit just as many cards as you can in a Fairfield in a hanger box. So I think it'll be my Fairfield / hanger box. So you'll get either a Fairfield box or a hanger box for my Patreon for 2023. By the way, I'm hoping by next week I'll have my Patreon, my new Patreon tiers, so I can have a little listing here, so you'll see what the tiers are. And I'm gonna make it so it's big enough and bright enough for when I start the stream, I can just kind of lay it here as an advertisement while we're getting it during the opening program when I do the 2-minute warning and stuff like that for the free entries. So, but yeah, this is what we're gonna open right now. See what we can find in this hanger box. Hopefully we can find a Julio or 2 in here, and see how many cards I can get together to try and throw a Series 1 set together. I think they do like the inserts in the center, what I remember on this, so I'm going to there we go. I'm going to just do it this way and work these, have the inserts and such on the bottom, I think. Possibly, maybe not. But, oh, you know what? Let me, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Of course it's not. Oh, there it goes. Hold on. Ah, this thing will not work sometimes. Well, there we go. I think that's zoomed in all the way now. There we go. Okay. Finally got it. Okay, hope I pull a Michael Harris or a Boss Grissom. Are they the big ones, you think, in here? Oh, we got Santiago Espinal, Tyler Stevenson with the Reds, Martin Perez with the Rangers, Seiya Suzuki with the Cubs, Steve Matz with the Cardinals. There's our first rookie, Nick Pratto with the Kansas City Royals. William Contreras with the Braves. Brandon Crawford with the Giants. Jonathan Aranda with the Tampa Bay Rays, rookie card. Josh Rojas with the Arizona Diamondbacks. First parallel card, or not parallel, what do they call that? Horizontal Texas Rangers team card for the Royals. A Dodgers core stays loose pregame star power. Pretty cool looking card. And next we've got a Toro comes up big in the ninth. Celebration in Seattle. Abraham Toro for my Seattle Mariners. And what do we got here? Darren Ruff with the New York Mets. Atlanta Braves team card. Oh, is this American League home run leaders? Judge, Trout, and Alvarez. Pretty cool card. Then we've got Zach Thompson with the Pirates. Toronto Blue Jays team card. We've got American League average leaders, Arias, Judge, and Bogarts. Baltimore Orioles team card with a Gatorade Douse or whatever that is. Jacob deGrom with the Mets. Cody Bellinger with the Dodgers. Alex Cobb with the Giants. Josh Naylor with the Guardians. Matt Chapman with the Blue Jays. Austin Meadows with the Tigers. Christian Vasquez with the Astros. Dylan Bundy with the Twins. Gary Sanchez with the Twins. Then we've got Trevor Lonark with the Twins. Brian Serven with the Rockies, rookie. Shohei Ohtani. Then we got an Aaron Nola with the Phillies. Corey Lee, rookie card for the Astros. Max Fried with the Braves. Carlos Rodon with the Giants. Ezequiel Duran with the Rangers, rookie card. Ryan Mountcastle with the Orioles. Maybe I twisted it around a little bit. Mike Yastrzemski with the Giants. Steele Walker with the Giants, rookie card. Tim Anderson with the White Sox. Nolan Jones, rookie card for the Guardians. Ketel Marte with the Diamondbacks. Ke'Bryan Hayes with the Pirates. Davis Martin with the White Sox, rookie card. Christian Yelich with the Brewers. Rhys Hoskins with the Phillies. Jeter Downs, rookie card for the Red Sox. Tyler Mahle with the Twins. John Gray with the Rangers. Luis Urias with the Brewers. Hae-Seung Kim with the Padres. Graham Ashcraft with the Reds, rookie card. Mookie Betts with the Dodgers. JT Realmuto with the Phillies. Then we've got a Zach Thompson rookie card for the Cardinals. A Chris Bryant with the Rockies. Tanner Rainey with the Nationals. Bobby Witt Jr. Gold Cup card for Kansas City. Gold Cup cards over here. Aaron Ashby with the Brewers. Brad Keller with the Royals. Oh, is this a new set they got then for Stars of the MLB? Must be a new subset they're doing now. With say they had it in 2022. Stars of the MLB 2023 set. That's pretty cool. And then that was Byron Buxton, and here's the Stars of the MLB Javier Baez. So I guess you get a couple of these in here. Stars of the MLB, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ooh, maybe you get about 4 in a hanger box, huh? Stars of the MLB, Shohei Ohtani. And it looks like a throwback, Wade Boggs. Isn't that the... Is that the 83? 83 design? 88 design. 88 design. That's pretty cool looking. I like that. And a 1-2 punch, CC Sabathia and Andy Pettitte. CC Sabathia and Andy Pettitte. That's pretty cool. For the New York Yankees. 1-2 punch. CC and Andy became rotation mates in 2009 when Sabathia began a streak of 5 straight seasons with 200-plus innings. No other Yankees pitcher since 2008 has had more than 2. Pettitte recorded 2,020 of his 2,448 strikeouts while wearing pinstripes. In 2013, he passed Whitey Ford, 1,956 for the club record. Oh, really? Real nice on these this year, Don. The SSP. Just the SSPs or just the SP and the SSPs? Say sure print on the back, huh? Where do they say it on the back? Is it like clear and plain if you get a short print? Do they turn it around at all? 5, 19, and 21. So wow, that's nice here. You get 12. So I've got 4 of the, I don't know how many, is there like probably 60 cards in this set? It'd be 60 cards in the other set for these Stars of the MLB. That's pretty cool. So the short prints actually say it on the back of the card. Is that so they didn't have to turn one backwards or something? Wonder if they have it in a prominent spot if you get a short print. So you don't have to look at the teeny tiny upper right back corner, usually in black print. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think we must have got a short print in here then, is my guess. I don't know. So you just kind of look on the back above the number, huh? And it would say short print if you got a short print, huh? That's kind of interesting. Does it say SP or SSP? That would be an easier place to find it then, because I always had to get either like that or use a magnifying glass to see if I had any short prints. Somebody will have to take a picture of that. Show me that it shows you on the back there. That's interesting. No, I think the SSPs are gold stamped or something. So you would find it right up here, just above in the white border up here. Is that where you would find the SSPs? I mean, that's good. That's kind of makes sense a little bit if they do that. Let's see. Oh, I did this. Now I mixed them all up again. Put that one there, and then the rookies. Rookie, and then just the parallels. So nothing earth-shattering in that blaster. Yes, around the area I was pointing to. Well, that's nice to know. I have to look through some of my other. I think I have a few cards from a pack that either somebody sent me. But that's a nice 88 set. D88, number 84, Wade box. Still got a Hall of Famer out of there. So awesome. So we didn't quite make it. We only got 17 thumbs up. We didn't make enough thumbs up for the blaster box. Let me throw that there. I'll put that in my blank box stash there. So I guess now we'll get ready for our 2-minute warning. And go ahead and finish our Friday stream about an hour and a half into it. Well, we had a pretty nice biography to go through there. So let me get it ready for whoever we got here for the end. It's around there. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thanks. I'll try and remember to link on that real quick. Let me see here quick. Let me see if I can do it on this one. Oh, okay, I see. So did they just do that for the SSP, but they probably have. That is pretty cool. So it's, in case you're wondering, it shows up right in this section here in gold lettering, SSP. Now, do they do it the same then for the SP, the SSP, and do they still make the triple, the SSSP? So they do it all the same way, huh? That's pretty cool. I like that. Gold, let's see. Series 1 Baseball Golden Mirror Variations. Like, I guess that's Gunnar Henderson, card number 206. But yeah, you definitely see that on the back when you're sorting your cards, if you're sorting your cards in order. Well, that's kind of good. I'm glad they finally did something like that on the card. And they did put the little Series 1 down here on the back. I like that. I like the improvements they're slowly doing to the cards to make them easier to just kind of pick them out. No, just one for each card. Oh, really? I had an SSP and a brake and didn't even realize it was. Good on back as well. Oh, and didn't realize it was a short print, huh? Good on back as well. Well, that's neat. 1 in 203 boxes. Odds are I might not get a short print then. But that's good to look for those in like the hobbies and stuff like that, the blaster boxes. That is really neat. Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that there, Big Ray and Locken. Appreciate that. Let me start my 2-minute warning to end, because we still only got 17. So I'm going to start my 2-minute warning to end the stream for today. End of stream. 2-minute warning has begun. So get your entries in now before the 2-minute timer's up. So let's see, we started this at 3:41. 3:43 will end it. We got Dragon Fan Tim with 2. Actually 3, he was here earlier. Bernie H with 3. Zach Sports Cards. Zach gets 2. Zach's Sports Cards. Okay. Zach's Boom Slang's here. Boom Slang gets +3 for being here early bird. Zach and Big Ray's Ball Cards gets 3 for being here early. Alright. So alright. So we got 41, 42, as soon as 43 pops up here. Was not here early. Oh, okay. That's right. I didn't have you circled, did I? Big Ray, you're the last one. You're the last one there, Big Ray. Or yeah, Big Ray, you popped in there. Zach, sweet, thanks so much. Hold on a second. Let me. The here bot is here. The here bot is here. I'm just going to make it official here. There we go. It's official now. I ended it. End of stream 2-minute warning. Stop. Just so everybody knows. Boom. Anyone is better than Martha. And Locken, you just made it in there. Alright. So other than that, hopefully you all have a great weekend and a fun time. We'll try again next week on this blaster box. We'll try again next week on this blaster box, that's for sure. Don't worry, eventually we'll get them open. No big rush. Always like it when I can stretch content out to another stream. This was fun, opening up this hanger pack. How many cards are in a hanger pack? Basically, unless you get like a big hit and then they give you a few less. How many cards is it? 67 cards towards your Series 1 set. Well, minus your inserts. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inserts. I wonder if that's what you normally get. Do you normally get the 5 stars of the MLB. Maybe that's an easier to get set to get now. Shohei Ohtani, Vladimir Guerrero, Byron Buxton, and Javier Baez, and the Wade Boggs 1988 tops with the Red Sox Hall of Famer. Awesome for sure. And ne'er we forget our Hall of Fame Friday sweetness. Okay? So other than that, I'm going to just pop into the stream here, do my current participants, and say goodbye to you all. Thanks, Dragon Fan Tim, Bernie H, Big Ray's Ball Cards, Boom Slang. Oh, I'm still here. Lockin 99 and Zach Sports Cards. Appreciate you all coming out to support me. Appreciate all the help you give me throughout the months and years that we've been together. And I appreciate everybody and everything. That's why I like to do these giveaways. And have you have a chance to win some items on my channel. So without further ado, just like David says at the end of all his streams, this has been Donald Blomdahl, Hall of Fame Sports Cards, episode 105, Hall of Fame Friday, Charlie Gehringer, Trivia, and the Hanger Box of 2021 Series 1 opening. So, as David says in all his videos, it's not just words, but be blessed. Y'all take care, and I'll see you around the channels over the weekend. Bye for now. Have a wonderful and blessed night and blessed weekend ahead. Take care. Pop into Ethan's again and tell him if he's still alive that Don sent you. Alright. Bye for now and take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day.